best wellness revolution to India. And I'm really happy for a couple of minutes to introduce to you also our Chief Sales Officer in India, Mr. Mukesh Malhotra. So couple of words before we jump to our founder, Orjan Saele. Mukesh, just a couple of words about your background.
Namaskar, India.
Yeah.
Welcome, India. You're already now on the Zinzino map. Thank you so much, Orjan and the team. And thank you so much, Paul. Thank you, Henrik. Thank you, Andrew, for really bringing Zinzino into India. It's really great, and hopefully we would beat all the records. I'm sure of it. Yeah. India would be really major force to reckon with. And guys, I'm there to help you out. You could reach me. I'm based out of New Delhi, so you could reach me. I'm there to help you out. So whenever you want any help, I'm there for you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mukesh. So you now know how looks our Chief Sales Officer for India, Mukesh Malhotra. He has really good, fantastic experience working with leaders, with the customers, so he can explain you a lot of things right now already before even the opening. And right now, then I would like to ask our final speaker of this fantastic event, our founder, Orjan Saele, to jump to our meeting and to explain what is that kind of revolution we are bringing and the perspective for the whole world and for all India. Thank you very much for being there with us. Orjan, all words for you.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Andrew, and thank you, Paul, Henrik, and Mukesh, everyone that has been sharing here. It's been 2 hours with a lot of scientific information, or 1.5 hours actually is more accurate. It's getting late in India as well. So I'm not going to take up a lot of this time. I just want to kind of wrap it up, because when we've had that much detailed information as we have, which is good, and if you've been a scientist, a doctor on here, this was the information specifically for you. If you're like me, a person that is interested in health, interested in nutrition, I'm going to wrap it up a bit simpler. We've got a test. You prick your finger, you get the result back. If it's red, it is bad. Then you take the oil, you take it for 4 months, then take a test by pricking your finger. And when it comes back green, then it's good. Then you're protected, then everything is good. And Paul is laughing here because how I could rip apart everything that they were saying in such a poor way. But this is what the normal person will understand, that when we have something scientifically proven, you've now seen all the documentation, you've seen all the details, and that is what we're using. That gives me, as an ordinary person, the credibility of recommending the product. And when they see the result with a test, they get to be a very loyal customer. And this is important, because that's what changes their life over time. So how did we end up here? How did Zinzino end up with the balance oil, or the Ascent oil, which is called in India, and the Ascent test? It should probably be in India too, but I think it's still called the balance test. Well, it's because many years ago, 8 years ago, I went into a meeting, I saw this concept, I was very fascinated by it, and I had some health challenges myself. So I decided as a customer to try it out. So I bought tests, I bought oil, and I started trying it out. And 4 months later, my balance was changed from 10.4 to 1 to a 1.7 to 1. So from very red, pro-inflammatory, to very green and anti-inflammatory. And I got my health back. And that's why we decided to invest into this company that we later on acquired completely. And now the time comes to launching India. And Andrew, we have been waiting. Many people that are here have been waiting. Mukesh has been a part in the background now officially for the last month. Sunit, Apiyat have been also in the background, been waiting. And there is hundreds of people out there that has been waiting. There is thousands of people in Europe that have been waiting. And I know that when India is opening, we will empty that warehouse in 13 days, Andrew. Not 14, maybe 12. We're gonna go so big, so quickly. And of course, the question that I get every day is, when? What is the day? What is the specific day? Well, there was great news yesterday. We opened pre-launch in 61 markets. It was great news last month. We opened up for sales in Hong Kong and also into selling into Greater China. And there is going to be great news. And I hope the month is January. That is going to be great news for India. We are waiting for the last few details of paperwork. As soon as that's ready, we're ready to go. We're not waiting for anything else. And we're going to go big and we're going to do it quickly. Why will it be so big? Well, because we're coming in with something that has a different potential. You know, if you're coming in with an XYZ product and you say, this is good for your health. And I had a meeting like that with some people from India here a few days ago. I think it was a week or two ago. And they had an XYZ product and it was healthy for people. And their sales aren't taking off because it's not fundamentally changing the person. But what we do fundamentally changes the person inside, and we prove it. And that's the future, test-based nutrition. In the future, it won't be enough to just have something that is good for you. It has to be something that is proven, documented, and you want to have it personalized so you know why you got healthy when you get healthy. And that's the global mega trend that Zinzino is leading. We're driving it, and it's going to change the entire world. And those are big words. But I know that, well, when you look at where we have gone, just over 8 years where I've been following this, where we've gone from having fairly good results, and we don't need to go further back, and I think this was mentioned in some of the documentation, or we talked about it in business presentations earlier. You only need to go back to the 1960s, and this was not a global problem. If you go back to the 1900s, it wasn't a problem at all. Nobody was even thinking that it ever could be a problem. But what we document with the test, when Henrik goes through that data, showing that the entire world is out of balance and that the young people, the kids, is more out of balance than the elderly ones or the older ones, well, that is showing that we're moving in a wrong direction. And it's becoming a giant problem everywhere, and we've got the solution corrected. So we corrected one person at a time, and that's how a trend is accelerating. And I believe that India is going to be one of our biggest markets, and it's going to go very fast. And know the definition of very fast. What is very fast? Well, it's kind of like, how round is a ball, you know? How round is it? Well, it's going to go very fast, meaning that we think that India is going to be our top market within a couple of years. And that's very fast for us as a company. And we believe that we're going to become a €1 billion company, $1 billion company in India within the first decade of sales there. How far can we take it? Well, we're going to take it as far as it's possible because we have some great ambitions for our company. So when you sign up and you become a partner, which is what you should do if you're here tonight, become a part of the sales force and help us get all of these customers. Well, when you sign up to do that, you also get another opportunity. Yes, Indian market is there for you, but you also get access to building business in already 93 existing markets, 37 of them officially launched, and then another 61 of them, that's not including India, is then unofficially pre-launch launched, so you can build your business all across the world. Reach out to all of those that you know that knows people that live other places, so you can tap into a massive gold mine with Zinzino. So the compensation plan, last thing that I want to cover, it's a customer-first compensation plan. It's new, it's different, it's incredibly rewarding. Also, just another thing, product pricing, very affordable, made so that most people can afford it. And if you can't afford it, then sign up, get 4 customers, and you get it free every month. And all you need to pay is the local shipping. So we've got programs for those that can't afford it. Very excited about that. But dig into the compensation plan and see how fast it is possible to build it. And I'm predicting that we will have our first diamonds in India already in January. I'm predicting that we probably will see our first president in India, which is the highest rank, within the first 18 months. And that's, of course, unfair to everyone else around the world, because that's a rank that you fight years and years and years to achieve. But I come from Norway. We're 5 million people, you know. That's not even part of New Delhi where Mukesh is living. So you guys have got the advantage of a large market, and I think that you should take that advantage. So I'm not going to spend too much more time because it is late now. It's 10:45, something like that. 10:45 there over with you guys. I can't wait to get the market launched. It's been 2 years for us. We've invested a lot of money, but it's just the beginning. We're going to invest, we're going to adapt, and we're going to make India one of the biggest markets in Zinzino in the first 2 years. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you very much, Orjan, for sharing the vision, how we will work in the future. And thank you everyone who participated today. Thank you, Mukesh. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Henrik, for everyone. And please go into the zinzinotest.com, go to your person who invited you and ask regarding registration possibilities. And as I know, the next week we are finishing some really final things, and we are going into the January, where we will have probably will have soon the launch date. And also Mukesh holding the first book published in India for Paul Clayton. It's a pure Hindi, and you can actually order it and send to any doctor, nutritionist, practitioner, so they will be already interested a bit in the concept on balance, which is really very in detail described in this book. So go to Pochti, or how you call it, or drpaulclayton.eu, and you will be able to buy this book locally in India in Hindi and in English language. Thank you very much for being there with us. We will hold that kind of webinars every Wednesday with product explanation, with comp-plan. So be there and have a great and fantastic evening back in India and all around the world, all Zinzino world. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.